Hello and welcome. This is Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire in England, and we are going live. I have just got to make an adjustment, so bear with me a second. The book on the screen is going to be available soon. It is. Uh, I'm fighting with the case that the iPad's in. Just a second. Okay, got it. And that goes over there. That goes over there. And nearly ready. And Amazon Live. Okay, hello YouTube. This is Stephen, wonderful Wiltshire, England, and we're just going to go live. And I'm just waiting for the signal. Going to go preview, and we're going to go live. So, 3, 2, 1. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. You've been looking at an image of Barnaby's Perfect Broth, which is a new ebook PDF, which is going to be published in February and March. It's a joint production between myself and Angelica, and it is, well, I can say this now, it is a German language book for learning German for beginners and for intermediates and for advanced, all in the same book. It's a world first, and you've seen it here first. This is the first day on which we've been telling the world all about Barnaby's Perfect Broth, and you heard it here first. Hello and welcome. This is Stephen, live from wonderful Wiltshire in England, and I want to say welcome to the show. And this is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen, and we are broadcasting live from Wiltshire in England, okay, which is where Angelica, Barnaby, and I live. I'll put that full screen again. It's a new ebook which is going to be published this month. I know it's going to be published this month. I'm one of the co-authors, and it is called Barnaby's Perfect Broth. It is a graphic novel in the style of, in the style of Potter, really. It's a tale of slowness in a faster world. It is an adventure with Barnaby the turtle, and it will be available in a bookshop near you soon. In fact, it'll be available online soon. So that's Barnaby. It's something that Angelica and I have wanted to do for a long time. I mean, I've published books on Amazon. Well, I've got a book on Amazon which is all about live broadcasting, which I made with Fraser Hay. And we did it probably 11 or 12 years ago. And it is now, rather than being an up-to-date overview of a live video, as it was when it was published, is now an historical document, because it talks about some systems which are no longer with us. One that is with us, though, is the system that I'm actually using today. And if I go over here, I can tell you that I am broadcasting from BeLive, and BeLive was in that book all those years ago and is still going strong. And it's one of the best broadcasting platforms specifically for marketing. If you're selling, then the place to sell from is BeLive Studio. And yes, I am an ambassador for BeLive. I make no apologies for that. It is the best marketing system available at the moment. The camera I'm using today is down the carousel. It's a Logitech Brio, and the microphone I'm using is the Elgato Wave 3. Now, if you have any questions at all about live broadcasting, you're in the right place. If you want to know, let me know where you're watching from, then that would be very interesting. If you say hello. The thing is that if you're watching an Amazon Live broadcast, what you have to remember is that every broadcaster on the site, with the exception of the A-listers, is doing this because they want to. So if you can encourage live broadcasters, that is a good thing. And you can do that by commenting, by sharing the broadcast outside Amazon, or just liking the broadcast. You can actually become part of each and every broadcast. This is an interactive situation. You can say hello. I will see your comments in the studio, and we'll show them on screen. Okay, and I just want to test something. The first item is the powered USB, which is down in the carousel. I've highlighted it, and it is 30. So I'll just put my glasses on so I can actually see it. It is $36.99, and I'm going to hide that because normally this would have images. It's actually broken at the moment, so I'll hide that. Come back to me. I say hide. I mean hide. Yeah. Live on Amazon Live today and on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. If you want to go over to Amazon, then you can join me there. You can comment. I see your comments in the studio. So this is because the thing is, if I broadcast to Amazon, that's fine. But if I broadcast to YouTube, YouTube saves the video. Every video I do broadcast live to YouTube. If you're a live broadcaster, I would suggest that wherever else you may broadcast, that you broadcast live to YouTube too, because they will store the video for you free of charge, and you can then use and embed it everywhere you like. The thing is, it live now. Afterwards, it becomes a recording, but fewer people will watch it then. And the thing is that over the last 10 years, last 10 years, I've built up a back catalogue of videos. I go live, and I always try and go live on YouTube for reasons I've just explained. But I've got a back catalogue of videos. Now, I was working for OneStream Live and broadcasting live on the YouTube channel weekly. Do with the back catalogue of videos, that's where AI comes in. And in particular, I want to give a mention to NotebookLM. Okay, because NotebookLM has allowed me to bring my back catalogue to life. Basically, NotebookLM is a personal notebook, and you can actually store things in that notebook, and you're creating your own database. Now, to give you an example here, I have taken links from 50 of my YouTube videos and put them into NotebookLM. What does that mean? Well, it means I've got a transcript of each of those 50 videos. I've got a summary of each of those 50 videos, and I've got a database that I can interrogate. So if somebody said to me, do a broadcast on camera confidence, yeah, I can go to my NotebookLM and I can key in a search term, camera confidence, and I get a list of all the videos that I've used to speak about camera confidence, which is several. And rather than having to write a new script, I can then say to NotebookLM, create an agenda. And it creates an agenda for a new show. So my back catalogue is now an active back catalogue because I'm using it as my own personal knowledge base. And with NotebookLM, I can generate new agendas for new shows so easily. Yeah. And the thing is that because the NotebookLM is made up of my videos, then it's my knowledge that I'm actually accessing. Because you forget things, you do forget things. And if you ask me what I was broadcasting about a year ago, I can say I was broadcasting on OneStream Live, but I can't tell you the exact topics. NotebookLM can. And NotebookLM knows everything about my live broadcasts on YouTube. And it also knows all about my live broadcasts on TikTok as well. Knowledge bases are the way to go. Now, we have great knowledge bases available to us, but we can build our own. And with NotebookLM, you have your own knowledge base that you can use. If you want to research something, I wanted to research migraines this morning. I don't suffer from migraines, fortunately, but a friend was diagnosed as, and I wanted to know more about it, so I went to AI. to get the answer to the question. And I now have an AI saying how my friend is affected. I also have an AI script which says what I, as a friend, can do to help. And that's the beauty of AI. It is so helpful. And if you use it as a resource, then it's priceless. Yeah. And I would say that if you go to, it is really helpful. And we've got a hey, and just let me see in the studio. And we'll say hello to Eric, and saying, hey, Stephen, it's working. Yeah, thanks, Eric. And AI is really helpful. So I basically, if we want to know anything these days, sorry, I'm going to leave that on. Knowledge is so near, is essentially it's nearly free, or it's a peppercorn figure. I mean, to have Google Workspace, which includes NotebookLM, which includes Google Gemini, is $15 a month. And as an investment in what you're doing, it's absolutely brilliant. Because to say NotebookLM, I've taken 50 of my videos. I now have my own personal knowledge base, and it's just so powerful. It means that if I wanted, because one of the things, I'll come back to one of my pet hates in a moment, but first need to go somewhere. 52% of the content on the internet is now generated by AI, which means that one of every two articles that you read today will not have been written by a person, it will have been written by AI. And that is on one level, it is amazing. And the other level, as Eric has just said, that is wow. Yeah, because that is basically, we've always known that LinkedIn was mostly AI, but now it can be confirmed that most of what we read on a day-to-day basis is in fact AI. Now, my pet hate is when people post an article on LinkedIn, and you can always tell an AI article because it's long. It is so big. It's factually correct, but there's no soul in there. There's no opinion. It is a regurgitation of the fact. Now, we can't complain because where does the information for AI come from? From us. Okay. And that's why it's so powerful, because every single person who writes anything in public, anywhere, has become part of AI, the knowledge base of AI. And there are different knowledge bases. They're all competing. You've got DeepSeek, you've got ChatGPT, you've got Google Gemini. And they all have knowledge bases far in excess of right, okay, and that's my second point, which Eric's just made, is that AI is too perfect. The thing about this live video here today is me, okay, and I can tell you it's me because it's 24 minutes past 10 on the East Coast, it's 24 minutes past 3 in the UK, so I'm live. My job is safe, yeah, because at the moment, well, I spent 8 months last year looking at video avatars, and I've got my own video avatar. And I use video avatars for intros to a broadcast, for outros from a broadcast, and for explainer videos. Because, as Eric says, they're perfect. If you choose a video avatar and give them a script to read, they'll read it, but they will read it perfectly. And that's the problem. It's too perfect. We expect glitches. We appreciate when things go wrong. That's the bonus with live video. Things will go wrong. Yeah, picture can go wrong, internet can go wrong, microphone can go wrong. Fortunately, in most of my broadcasts these days, it's pretty darn near good. But basically, video avatars are soulless. They are too perfect. They are designed to be perfect. They're designed to look perfect. They're dressed perfectly. Yeah. They iron. Yeah. It's just too good to be true. And we don't believe it. The thing is, we will not accept a video avatar selling this to us. We just don't. It's not in our nature to actually buy from video avatars. And increasingly, more and more avatars are being used. Why? Because it's cheaper. And that's the whole second problem with video avatars, is that they are perfect, but they are not people. And whilst you might pay the software house that created them, you're not paying for actors. Which led to, a couple of months back, led to a great big argument breaking out internet-wide over video avatars. Because a talent agency who normally represent real people said they had a video avatar for hire. And you could hire her for doing advertisements, for doing explainer videos, for hosting shows. And that basically was heard by Hollywood, and actors in Hollywood were up in arms, complaining that there is no way that video avatars will take their jobs. Now, that's a choice that you and I make. If we decide that we're quite happy to buy from an avatar rather than a real person, then avatars will have their way. If we decide that we'd rather buy from somebody who's real and genuine, yeah, because it's all this about this no like and trust. That's why we, as live broadcasters, can actually persuade. I think that's a gentle enough word. People to buy items on Amazon because we're live. We actually use the product, and at the moment, a live video avatar can't replace me. I know. Tried it. Doesn't work. Too perfect, and they take jobs. And we wouldn't buy. Ordinarily, we wouldn't buy from a video avatar. We want to listen to the person behind that. And I am the person, with my partner Angelica, behind this book, which is Barnaby's Perfect Broth, A Tale of Slowness in a Fast World. It's an idea that came to us. We had help in executing it. I've got to be honest, there's no way that I drew that. Angelica didn't draw it either. But using AI, we can do the most amazing things. What I think where AI falls is being front and center. Yeah, we have to be in control. We have to be driving the bus. And basically, as Eric just says, it is what gives character. We do. Human beings do. Yeah, people. Basically, we can be animated. We can express. We can move naturally. Yeah. If you watch a video avatar, thing to watch out for is the hands. Yeah. If you take a video avatar from there upwards, there is no problem. Yeah. But as soon as you get the hands and the rest of the body involved, you can tell the difference between a real person doing that and an avatar doing that. Telltale signs and the body movement. It's all going to change. It is all going to improve and get better. Yeah. But basically, I wonder if I can get just a minute. Just give me a second. I'm just going to search for something. I don't think I've got it in my studio, but as we're live and this is totally on topic, let me see if I can upload something. So bear with me a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to freeze the camera for a second so you can't see me. And I'm going to bring up something. I'm loading something into the studio. Right, okay. And I'm going to come back on camera. Okay. And we're going to go and resume the camera. So I'm back. Okay. But whilst I was away, let's just take the logo off screen. So you know you're watching me on Be Live. And because this is my show, I can switch to no, right? Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a video. And I'm going to take myself. I'm going to hide that, take myself off solo. Right. Next to me right now is incredibly, it is Barnaby the Turtle. And this is a world premiere because I've not done this live before. I'm hoping it works. Okay. But next to me is Barnaby the Turtle, and Barnaby the Turtle, as we know, is the star of a book. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to let Barnaby, I'm going to switch my mic off.
My name is Barnaby. Thank you for joining my adventure. It's good to have you here. Together, we will journey as we make the most perfect broth you've ever tasted. Let's get started.
Okay, I'm going to put that full screen and go just once more because I think that was a bit stilted. Let's go.
My name is Barnaby. Thank you for joining my adventure. It's good to have you here. Together, we will journey as we make the most perfect broth you've ever tasted. Let's get started. Thank you for watching, Eric. Thank you for the message. I'm back on sound now. Let's just hide that for a second. He is, as has been said. Thank you. He is neat. It's a neat thing to be able to do. Now, the way that it's done is, and I'm just going to take it off full screen. Okay. So the Barnaby at the top is the same character. Okay. And using a system called HeyGen, just give me a second. I'll tell you how I did it. Because if you want to go and have a look, I use this system. And I'm going to let it come through and then I'll put it on screen. Let me hide that. And the system that created the animated character with the voice is HeyGen. Yeah. Try it out. There's a free version that you can try out. It took the artwork and it animated it. And all it took was one image for HeyGen to create that video. Let's just play the video again. My name is Barnaby. Thank you for joining my adventure. It's good to have you here. Together, we will journey as we make the most perfect broth you've ever tasted. Let's get started.
Now this time, I actually remembered to switch my microphone back on, and I'm grateful to Eric.
Yeah. So that image was given to HeyGen. They take that image and you choose a voice. Yeah. And I chose somebody older because Barnaby is older. And they then asked for a script. I wrote a script, gave the script to HeyGen, and they basically synced. Well, it's just magical, as has been said. It was neat. It is just so neat that we can do it. Okay, that we can do that. Yeah, we don't need Disney. We don't need Disney to do Disney-esque things. All we need is a subscription to HeyGen, and you're away. One photograph, and you can have an avatar, and that avatar can talk, and that avatar. The other thing is, and okay, I'm going to go to the messages again, and there are tons of possibilities because if you take it that Barnaby speaks perfect English, yeah, basically because we're English, yeah. He also speaks perfect German, French, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Portuguese. An avatar can speak any language you like perfectly. And in up to a minute of video, we can accept that. Yeah. And you can do anything. You can have any character. Yeah. Now we've got the copyright on Barnaby. Okay. So we can do that with Barnaby. And Barnaby can do his own introductions. He can encourage people because this book is for youngsters. And it means that we can bring it to life for them. All sorts of things are possible once you have a talking avatar. It's a fascinating time to be involved and to be able to bring in technology to actually help tell stories. And that's what we're doing at the end of the day. We're telling stories. That's what live video is about telling stories. Anyway, you've met Barnaby, and Barnaby's on a journey to make the perfect broth. The broth does exist. Angelica and I are going to make it later this week or next week. The whole story about this, and it's all brought to life by HeyGen. And thank you. And Eric's just said it's very cool. It is. It's just incredible. We're talking to do that, just to give you an idea, HeyGen, about $30 a month. Yeah. And you don't need to have it forever. You can just have it for a month. And then take a couple of months off, then come back for another month. And it's the technology. And Eric, thanks for joining. Very cool. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Right, to everybody who's watched live today, we've had a show with a difference. We've met Barnaby the turtle. We've looked at video created by HeyGen. We've talked about video avatars and why they don't work and why they do work and where they do work. I think people avatars, we need to be able to do it so that full body movement comes as well. But there is the thing that, do we want to talk to people or do we want to talk to AI? Which brings me to my last point. There is a new website. And right, there's a new website. And that website is called Maltbook. This is just so 23rd century. Maltbook is avatars or AI systems talking to AI systems. No humans allowed. It is totally AI. They're having discussions. They've created their own religion. It's just wacky beyond belief and weird. that what you have is computers talking to each other in real time. So check out Maltbook if you want to see something totally different. If you watched me live today, I want to say a big thank you. You've been watching Stephen live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. It's been my pleasure to broadcast today. I'm back again next week. If you want to find me, you find me on TikTok. I'm live on TikTok at 9:05, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you check out Stephen Healy 22, you can join me on TikTok. Thank you for watching on Amazon Live today. If you're interested in anything in the carousel, click the button. And if you've got any questions about live broadcasting, about video, about cameras, microphones, green screens, then come and join me next week. I live close to here. This is the Kenny Canal in Wiltshire, and I'll be back on your screens at 9:05 on Amazon Live next Tuesday. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye for now. That's a wrap.